Well, hello campers. So we are still working on the 94-ish Isuzu Trooper. Um, what I do have to say is this thing fights me every step of the way, and sometimes it's just bolts that will not come apart, or it's fasteners that you can't actually get to because there's no room to actually get a wrench in. I have resorted to using some specialty tools, like I had a crowfoot socket set up. This guy was actually really very handy in order to get some transmission line fittings off. There's absolutely no room, and you got to get a lot of leverage on some of these fasteners that haven't been removed in 26 years. You do have to take the transmission out in order to get the engine out of this. I've been able to separate the engine and transmission. I haven't dropped the transmission all the way out yet, and that's because the crossover pipe is frozen in place, and I really didn't want to cut it. So I've been soaking it for a couple days. I've moved the transmission back as far as I could. I still don't think that I'm going to be able to get the engine out without removing the transmission all the way. I've pulled it back using a load binder, and I don't know if we'll be able to see this under here. So there's a load binder that I used to pull the transmission, and I've got it chain looped around the transmission. I just don't think I'm going to be able to pull it back much further. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, it's really been quite challenging to work on this without a lift, but we're very, very close. We need to pull the transmission back a few more inches in order so the torque converter will clear. And what I'm finding is that the torque converter comes with the engine, and I have no idea why, but it looks like it is bolted to the flywheel somehow, or it's just stuck on the flywheel somehow. I really don't know. I'll figure that out when I get there, but so the goal for today is to either drop the transmission out all the way or pull it back far enough so that I can get the engine up. Once I can get it up, I'm probably going to have to lower the car back down because I'm running out of headspace for my crane here, which you can see I'm going to have a little bit of headspace issues with my garage door, and I wasn't able to bring the car all the way in because I've still got my Triumph 675 in the way. I'm hoping to get this thing out of the way, hopefully in a couple days once I get the new throttle position sensor and get that installed. All right, that's the update for today.